This your brother Dawada coming at you with another lesson. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who are my teachers, who I'm learning this truth from. Much respect and salutation to those brothers out there laboring in this truth, trying to wake up the elect of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Yeah, and this lesson is going to go into not despising order, because the Most High is all about order. And if you despise order, man, you're going to be destroyed, man. Most High has always set up order. He put Yahweh Shai and the angels in charge of creating everything. So, from the very beginning, you understand that the Most High is about order. And we're going to start out with reading this story, this account that happened with Moses and these two men, right? So let's begin. This is Numbers 16:1. Now Korah, the son of Ishar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dothan and Abram, the son of Elibai, and On, the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men. And they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. All right, well, these men were what? Famous, so-called men of renown. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron, and said unto them, Ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Most High is among them. Wherefore then lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of the Most High. So these men came to Aaron and said, Hey man, we all are holy unto the Most High God, and now you lift yourself above us, right? So obviously these men had a spirit of envy on them, right? And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face, and he spake unto Korah and unto all his company, saying, Even tomorrow the Most High will show who are his, and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him. Even him whom he hath chosen will he cause to come near unto him. Right? This do, take you censers, Korah, and all his company, and put fire therein, and put censers, and put incense in them before the Most High tomorrow. And it shall be that the man whom the Most High doeth choose, he shall be holy. Ye take too much upon you, ye sons of Levi. You see how Moses put that thing back on? He said, You take too much upon you, ye sons of Levi. And Moses said unto Korah, Hear, I pray you, ye sons of Levi. Seemeth it but a small thing unto you that the Most High power of Israel have separated you from among the congregation of Israel, to bring you near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the Most High, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them? And he have brought thee near to him, and all thy brethren, the sons of Levi, with thee, and seek ye the priesthood also? For which cause both thou and all thy company are gathered together against the Most High? And what is Aaron that ye murmur against. And Moses sent call to Dothan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, which said, we will not come up. Is it a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of the land that flowing with milk and honey, to kill us in the wilderness, except thou makest thyself altogether a prince over us? Moreover, thou hast not brought us into a land that floweth with milk and honey, or given us inheritance of fields and vineyards. Wilt thou put out thine eyes of these men? We will not come up. So these men, Dothan and Abram, made this statement to Moses, right? And Moses was very wroth, and said unto the Most High, respect not thou their offering. I have not taken one ass from them, neither have I hurt one of them. And Moses said unto Korah, be thou and all thy company before the Most High, thou and they and Aaron tomorrow, and take every man his censer, and put incense in them, and bring ye before the Most High every man his censer, 250 censers. Thou also and Aaron, each of you his censer. And they took every man his censer, and put fire in them, and laid incense thereon, and stood in the door of the tabernacle of the congregation with Moses and Aaron. And Korah gathered all the congregation against them unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the glory of the Most High appeared unto all the congregation. And the Most High spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment. All right. It says, and they fell upon their faces and said, O power, the power of the spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin, and wilt thou be wroth with all the congregation? And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the congregation, saying, get you up from about the tabernacle of Korah, Dothan, and Abiram. And Moses rose up and went unto Dothan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed him. And he spake unto the congregation, saying, depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men, and touch nothing of theirs, lest ye be consumed in all their sins. All right. So the Most High made a distinction, right? Because why? Those three wicked men was trying to buck up against order. All right. It says, so they got up from the tabernacle of Korah, Dothan, and Abiram on every side, and Dothan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tents, and their wives and their sons and their little children. And Moses said, hereby ye shall know that the Most High hath sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of my own hand. If these men die the coming death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Most High have not sent me. But if the Most High make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth, and swallow them up with all that appertain unto them, and they go down quick into the pit, then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Most High. Right? Verse 31. And it came to pass, as he had made an end of speaking all these words, that the ground clave asunder that was under them, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up, and their houses, and all the men that appertained unto Korah, and all their goods. And they and all that appertained to them went down alive into the pit, and the earth closed upon them, and they perished from among the congregation. All right. So these men despised the order that the Most High set up, where it was Aaron and Moses. First Moses, then Aaron, and then the rest of the Levites. They wanted to take more on them than the Most High had wanted them to do, right? They was bucking up against order. When you despise order, you're going to be destroyed. Verse 31, Sirach verse 34. And all Israel that were round about them fled at the cry of them. For they said, lest the earth swallow us up also. And there came out a fire from the Most High and consumed the 250 men that offer incense. Oh wow, Salakia. So the fire came from that chariot, that concentrated fire, consumed the 250 men that offer incense, right? And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto Eleazar the son of Aaron the priest, that he take up the censers out of the burning, and scatter thou the fire yonder, for they are hollowed. Okay? And the censers of these sinners against their souls, let them make them broad plates for a covering of the altar, for they offered them before the Most High, therefore they are hallowed, and they shall be a sign unto the children of Israel. Right? So with those men who decide to buck up against what the leadership that the Most High set up, the order, guess what? He burned them up, man. He burned them up with concentrated fire, right? So don't despise order, man, because the Most High is all about order, right? This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. Let's look up this word order, right? Taxes, right? And it says an arrangement, order, a fixed succession, observing a fixed time, right? Do or right order, orderly condition, the post, rank, or position which one holds in civil or other affairs. We are setting up what? The house of David, man, and it's order in the house of David, man. You got to follow in order. Says, since disposition generally depends on one's talent, experience, resources, all right? Character, fashion, quality, style. It's all about order, man. Point blank, period, man. Says, do or right order, in order, orderly condition. Says the post, rank, or position which one holds in order or other affairs, right? The Most High is about order, man. You gotta follow that line. You despise order, you're gonna be destroyed. Says, let all things be done decently and in order, all right? Well, the Most High is setting up men that you that has been in this truth for years, man, that you need to follow up under, man. Because that's how the Most High want it, right? If he wanted to set those men up, why wouldn't he set those men up for you to follow that order? Just think in common sense. So you say that you don't have to be part of a camp and you don't have to do this, but what order are you following, man? Are you going to be like these men that we just read about in Numbers, trying to set up their own thing and end up getting destroyed? Or are you going to fall in line with the Most High God, right? And everything that the Most High has set up is all about order, man. This is 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh, right? So there's an order, man. There's an order. And you're bucking up against the order, man, you're going to be destroyed, right? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 50 and verse 20. And this right here is King David prophesying about who Esau Edom, right? And we're going to jump down to the 20th verse. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thy own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. So David is prophesying, letting him know, amen, the Most High God is against you, Esau. But this is the point. But I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes. The Most High is setting us in order before the eyes of our enemies right now. And you need to get on board with that, man. You don't need to despise order, man. It's what's the old saying? Strength in numbers, right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 7. Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end. This is talking about the kingdom of heaven, right? Upon the throne of David, right? The house of David, and upon his kingdom to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of the Most High of hosts will perform this. So the zeal of the Yahweh of hosts, which, you know, host means army. You have different rank in army. You got your general, you got your lieutenant, you got your privates. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about order. And if you don't like order, you detest order, man, the Most High is going to destroy your ass. Period, man. You need to seek out men that's like-minded that you can conjugate with and get built up, man. It's the same thing he told Ezra, right? This is the book of 2nd Ezra, Sirach, chapter 8, start at verse 49. And that thou hast humbled thyself as it becometh thee, and thou hast not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, right? So we talking about the latter time, right? Because they have walked in great pride. This is the point. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee, right? You know, you're supposed to be around like-minded men, and as you're around like-minded men that just been in this truth longer, it's going to take order, man. You got to be of a humble, contrite spirit to know, man, hey, man, it's all about order. Yahweh said this himself, man, right? And this is what he was talking about, the kingdom, okay? It says, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So let's look up this word least, man. Let's get understanding, right? Strong's G 1646. Elakistas, and it means smallest, least in size, in amount of management of affairs, in importance, what is least moment, in authority of commandments, in estimation of men or persons, in rank, in excellence of person. So those people who's teaching men not to follow the commandments, those 2/3, guess what? They're going to be least in the kingdom of heaven. They're going to be of a lower rank, man. But it's all about order. And if you despise order, man, the Most High is going to destroy you like he destroyed those men that came against Moses and Aaron. Right? This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Right? Who's the nation not desired? The Israelites. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Right? Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, Salakia, before the fierce anger of the Most High come upon you, before the day of the Most High's anger come upon you. Okay? Seek ye the Most High, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness, and it may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Most High's anger. All right? The point is, gather yourselves together, man. And you gotta gather with like-minded men. That's the only way you're gonna what? Be able to be hid, man. It's plain. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 133 and verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. All right? Let's look at this word unity. Okay? Yakad says union, unitedness, together, all together, alike, like-minded, man. You got to be of the same mind, right? But if you can receive this, all praise to the Most High God, man. Because the Most High, He don't want you to be like Korah, Dothan, and Abel, and those 250 men that rose up against Moses, right? He wants you to follow the order. And it's simple. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who are my teachers. And much respect and salutations to the brothers out there laboring in this truth. Lord willing, this lesson's been edifying. And till the next time, I say, Shalom.